guys, it's Pink Poodle 2 here today, and today's video is a little bit different to makeup or anything you've seen on my channel before. It's about the condition that I suffer with, which is lymphedema. It is not a nice condition to have. It is very debilitating. It is extremely painful, and I'm going to talk about what it is today. A lot of people don't really know about it. And if they do, they think, oh, that person's fat, that's why they've got it. And it isn't true, because I got it through surgery that went a bit wrong, and the scar tissue attached itself to my lymph nodes, and hence why I have lymphedema. So I'm going to read out the actual Google explanation for lymphedema. The excess fluid in the lymph vessels eventually returned to the bloodstream. When the lymph vessels are blocked or unable to carry lymph fluid away from the tissues, localized swelling, lymphedema, is the result. Normally it's in one extremity, like your arm or one leg, but in rare cases it's in both. And that's me. But I don't think it's that rare, because I know quite a few people have got it in two legs. Primary lymphedema is a result of anatomical abnormality from the lymph vessels, and is rare and isn't a hereditary condition. So sometimes this lymphedema can be hereditary and that, but the lymphedema I've got is secondary lymphedema as a result from a indefinable damage to obstruct the normality fluid functioning lymph vessels and nodes. So basically, where I had the surgery, I had quite a few surgeries on my pelvic area. Like I said, my hysterectomy went wrong, had to be opened up 5 days later, then 2 years again, and there was a lot of scar tissue, and eventually it attached itself to the lymph nodes, hence why I have lymphedema. So well, on this video there'll also be like pictures and sort of kind of a blog of me waking up and seeing what my legs are like, and seeing what Paul has to do, and the type of garments I have to wear. And sometimes I can't wear the stockings that they give you, special compression stockings. I have to wear, like today, and you'll see in the video anyway, Paul putting on the bandages on my legs, because they have to be compressed down to get the fluid out. And of course, when you've got the fluid storing in your legs, you then, once it's starting to be compressed, you need to go a wee quite a bit, which can be a bit annoying. I have a special bed that I can raise the back of it, so that not the back of it, the bottom of it, so it's sort of like on a tilt, so the fluid, and actually I can feel the fluid sometimes draining down. I can feel it draining when I'm sitting down. I can feel it going into my legs and my feet, and sometimes I can feel it sort of going back. It's a weird sensation. So it's very painful. As you can hear, I'm in quite a lot of pain at the moment, and this is why I wanted to do the introduction. So this is my special bed that goes up and down. I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, it's lifting up, so it can give me like a 90-degree angle on my legs, so that they can be up, right up high. So that's them going up, so they're now up really high, so that I can, that's the highest they go. So I'm sort of laying like that, so that then the fluid can drop down. You can see I've put makeup on today because I like to disguise the fact that I look really unwell today, and I thought I'd look good for you guys instead of being like you know, sickly looking. So what do? My daily routine, I take quite a few amount of painkillers to kind of help with the pain. It, as I said, it is extremely painful. It is absolutely horrendous at the moment, but I've got to crack on with this. So I take about 25 tablets a day, all in all, for one thing and another. Quite a few of those are vitamin tablets, because I have to take a lot of vitamins because I don't absorb vitamins. So I have to take like about I don't know, about 10 maybe of those a day, something like that, maybe more. So I have these boxes here like this with my medication in, some of my medication, because I forget, and Paul gives me my medication now anyway, but when I used to forget, so I used to have this, and it would remind me if I missed a morning or whatever. So in here, the main one in here that I take for my lymphedema is a thing called pregabalin, and I take 2 of those a day, and they're 300 milligrams each capsule, and they are to sort of like numb a bit of the nerve endings a little bit. And that was given to me by the pain clinic, and yeah, so these are some of my tablets. There's how many tablets are in here that I take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 tablets in here, and I take 1, 2, 3, 4 of these in the morning, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 in the night. And that's only on that. And then the next ones is my actual pain relief, which is quite high, and I take them 12 hourly, because that kind of, and when they wear off, I know about it. So I take 40 milligrams of this, and this is like a morphine based tablet to help with the pain. So I take 40 milligrams, and I also take, altogether I take 60. So yeah, and they're prolonged, so that's to help with the pain. And then during the time that I've kind of got the pain, and if it gets too much and I can't cope with it and the pain won't go away, I take liquid paracetamol. But I also take, this is another morphine based, so I take that. I can take 2 spoonfuls of that every 2 hours if need be, but I'm only allowed to have 2 bottles of that a month, because like it's quite high dosage. And them 4 items I just showed you are called CDs, which is controlled drugs, so they have to be signed for, because they're, you know, as I say, controlled. But I'm going to insert a picture of the lymph map of your body. You get them in your arms, and people sometimes when they have breasts removed, they have to have the lymph nodes removed as well from underneath your arms. But the ones that are blocked in my legs, well, my legs is my groin, and they carry like, it's like a map, to be honest, like a map of England or whatever. It's got like fingers going all over the place, and these are like in my groin and the back of my knees, which is not so much, and because I've got like problems with my knees, it kind of doesn't help that situation much, because it causes a lot of pain there as well. But the main ones in my groin are actually blocked. I had a special examination, x-ray a few years ago, when they injected me with isotopes, radiation type thing, and then they took pictures every half an hour so they could see the way that the fluid doesn't drain. So she said to me when she did it, she said, "No wonder you're in pain, my love." She said that you've got, you know, it's so blocked, and one's blocked completely, and the other one's got a little bit that goes out. So yeah, and you're supposed to sort of like massage them a bit at night as well, so that they can get the fluid out a little bit, but that doesn't always happen. Paul does really well. He looks after me really well, and I'm grateful to Paul for lots of things. He does a lot of things. I mean, people see me on here and they think, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, but when I put my makeup on, it takes me like 2 hours just to put a little bit of makeup on, and so it's good because I can stop starting videos. And yeah, this isn't your average video, and I imagine some people are not going to like this video, but I'm quite happy for that to be so, because not everybody wants to hear about somebody's disability, and it does cause me to be disabled because I can't walk for long periods, and then after that I have to use a wheelchair. Normally my electric wheelchair, or I have a shopping trolley, you know, a shopper, sometimes I use that, but mostly my electric wheelchair. And on occasion when that's not charged up, I have to be in the manual wheelchair, which I hate because I'm unable to wheel it because I have spondylitis in my neck and I have problems with my shoulders, which is another story, which is something completely different. And this story is, this particular thing is about my lymphedema. I have a friend that's got really bad lymphedema, and she's just had an operation on her legs to try and relieve some of the swelling from there for her. But I was told by someone that lymphedema isn't painful, and when I went to the special lymphedema hospital at Mile End, I asked Mr. Ball, who's the leading person in lymphedema, and he said yes, it is painful. If you think something's blocked and it's trying to force itself round, and this fluid is in your legs and they're getting heavier and heavier, because that's the thing as well, they get really, really heavy. So I have really, you know, it's just so hard. Say some days I say to Paul, our best day in bed today with my legs up to try and get the fluid down, but it doesn't work, so we end up having to bandage them. So yeah, if you want to know any more questions and answers, please put in the comments down below, and I can do a Q&A, as they say, a Q&A about it. And yeah, I'd like people to ask me about it so I can explain a bit more. I'd also like to thank everybody that subscribes to this channel and supports me and supports the dogs, and yeah, it's really nice of you, and this keeps me going, because otherwise I'd be sitting there just thinking about the pain I'm in, and it isn't a good place to be. So this keeps me mind active, and I appreciate everybody's support, and I enjoy putting the makeup on, even though it takes me forever and a day. I enjoy the unboxing with the dogs, and I just enjoy talking to the people I do on here. It's an outlet, because I'm stuck in most of the time. I don't go out unless it's for appointments, or I have to go. Sometimes I don't even go shopping. I try to go shopping with Paul, because I feel that everything's taken away from me, so I like to have that, but I don't always do that if I'm not well enough. No, you do find this interesting, because people don't really know about lymphedema. They don't really speak about it that much. I mean, I'm sure that people see people with legs that are swollen, and so when you're pregnant you get swollen ankles and that, and sometimes they're painful even then. So imagine that constantly, like even after you're pregnant, you know, you've got this fluid that's so heavy. I don't know, I've said it quite a few times now, but it is so heavy and so painful, and it just drags you down. But you know, like I said, this channel has made my life much more tolerable in a lot of ways, and I am grateful for that, and I'm grateful to the people that watch us, and I'm just grateful. I'm going to keep saying that. How many times do I say grateful? If you can, and let me know. I think I said it about 10 times already. But yeah, so thank you for watching Pink Poodle 2. I hope you found this interesting, and if you're new to my channel, I don't normally do videos like this. It's normally unboxing and beauty stuff. It's just something I wanted to get out there this year. But welcome anyway, and I hope you do stay, and I hope my ulcers are able to stay after this. But I just wanted to get a video out there about what's wrong with me. Well, what's one thing that's wrong with me. There's other stuff as well, but I can go into that another time if people want to know. But I don't, you know, I don't want people's sympathy. That's something I don't want. I just, you know, want people to try and understand what I go through, that's all. Okay, thank you for watching Pink Poodle 2. Bye.